Hello, welcome back to PlayStation Access. My name's Nathan, I'm here with Dave.
Hello.
Dave, this is 5 reasons that we love Gravity Rush 2.
Oh, good. I'm excited to be here, Nath.
Or specifically that I love it, because I'm the one that's played it. And number 1 is the visual design. This is how the game starts, right? And I played a bit of the Vita game, played about 3 or 4 hours of it, and I was just like, what? And suddenly I'm mining. There's like, these guys are making these strange, like, they talk, you know, like the Death Squad in Star Wars Rogue One.
Right.
Yeah. And I was, so this is me, it's not even me capturing, I was just looking like, what is happening? And the whole design of the entire game is, I think, just something strange and wonderful. And as you know, because we've done a video about the map, and if you haven't seen that, do check it out. There are obviously really different styles on different kind of tiers of the world as you go through the world. It is all about, all of it's linked to mining these kind of precious gems.
Right.
And so this is how it kind of starts off, and this is how it introduces you. You're in the mining rift, and then you go to Bangor Settlement, which is kind of the place that Kat has been stranded by a gravity storm. And you know, my first, because this is for a while here, you're here, and it has like a charm to it, and there's like the seeds of what will come, but it's basically wooden.
Yeah.
And it doesn't really.
You're definitely crying out for just a colour, just any colour, and then
suddenly there
are
loads
some
of
colours in your eyes.
So this is the first place that you get to. This is kind of the market town area.
It's the antithesis of where you started, isn't it?
Yeah, it's crazy. And I love I guess what I'm showing off in this kind of section, and it's quite a long section if you watch our videos regularly, I really like the colour. You don't normally appreciate it from ground level as well. But yeah, I love the colour and the kind of... It's strange how the verticality of the world means that the detail is layered on and put into the game in a slightly different way.
Yeah.
So there's like, you know, like the positioning of other... areas, like this is just another area of the same kind of location, obviously miles and miles away, and the way that the flying cars are a thing that I just love. I just can't get over. I just love them as a detail. And this is like the middle. This is the marketplace is definitely like the most colourful and kind of like the variety of kind of loads of vivid colours. This is right up top. This is where the kind of the ruling class, like the government lives. Again, this is an area I showed off in our other map video. I just love these sunset colours.
Yeah, they're amazing, and it's like you said, because of the three-dimensional nature of how you can move around in this game. I guess, you know, things that in other games perhaps they might not give so much detail to, like flying cars and things, and buildings, the tops of buildings. You know, here, all the detail is there for you to find and explore and go and seeing things is a massive payoff.
And I just love the look of this game. The fact that this is something you can do, just fall off. That place we just saw was called Le Havina. That's kind of like the aristocrats' quarter.
Yeah.
And the fact that you can do this, and plus, you know, it's a massive cliche, but the whole thing does look as good as an animated movie. Like in terms of the art design, but also it got good graphics.
Oh yeah, big time.
And we're back to Colin Mosner and the marketplace. Man, the visuals of this game, I have fallen in love with them. Number 2, the other thing I've fallen in love with this game is its personality, and a lot of that comes through the side missions.
Right.
So this is actually, like I said, the pace of this game threw me off. I thought it was more of an action game. There's loads of strange story stuff that you get. I think it's fair to say, often in Japanese games. For instance, as well as saving this whole world, I'm now managing a store for a friend.
Right.
and you have to attract people over with your various gestures. This is me delivering newspapers.
Really?
Yeah, and previously it was to the kind of the tenants of the marketplace area. Now I'm kind of throwing them at rich people in the nice quarter.
Right.
And these are part of we'll get onto the kind of the online and the challenge stuff in a bit. That's one of the other entries. But these are things you can kind of do again and again and set better times. But yeah, I love that, as well as all of the kind of the significance of the there's like this like the story is about class and fairness, and then on top of that you just get to do weird stuff like watering people's gardens and delivering newspapers and helping with a store.
It makes everything else. I mean, you need a bit of respite, don't you, in a game like Gravity Rush from these big themes of class systems.
Well, this is one of those things I think just it pulls the personality through, and it is a bit strange. And I think that there's like a seriousness in a lot of kind of big games that we play, and it's nice sometimes that it's just a bit kind of nuts. And
yeah, definitely.
What I'm showing you here is that at any stage during the game, because you are on a mining settlement, you can go mining, and that kind of, you can basically kind of farm more currency, so you can upgrade your. And I just wanted to show again some of the visual design, but these are kind of side missions really. So that's what I wanted to show, the kind of the variety and the like. Because there's no gravity and this is like a world completely separate from the rest of the world, they're able to just go like jungle mission, Aztec mission. Right, number 3 then, this is getting more important, new gravity powers. I've started with this shot because it's got Dusty the cat in it, Dave, and I don't know if you know, but Dusty the cat,
the rainbow.
Dusty the cat is the reason that you have gravity powers.
I did know that.
This is just a shot of the world upside down, and then this is you falling. And again, like I reiterated from the first kind of entry in this video, the fact that this is something that happens in this game that you see, this is the underneath of all of these buildings.
Yeah.
But you get used to just the, which way gravity is pointing not really mattering. So this is how you normally use gravity. You can pause it, and then you can point in a particular direction, and then you just fall in that direction. So you're reorienting gravity. And then in terms of the game's combat, what we're showing here is standard combat, where you are able to pause gravity and then either kind of kick stuff, or you can use what's called a stasis field, and you can throw objects, and you can kind of upgrade all of these abilities. Now what I'm showing you is one of the new powers. This is lunar power. You kind of see my new kind of boots.
Nice boots.
And lunar power is as if, it's kind of as if the gravity was the same level as the moon. So gravity is less even when my gravity powers aren't engaged.
Yeah.
So I can jump really far, and then my combat is also different. So you can kind of have this, it's almost like a teleportation kit to get through defenses and to track fast enemies. And it just brings a completely different feel to the game. And you can navigate areas which you'd normally gravity shift to get through.
Right.
You can navigate them by doing enormous jumps instead.
And these jumps, they look really, really satisfying to pull off. I saw like a sort of platforming area that you were getting through, and just doing massive jumps over chasms.
It's great.
It's really fun.
It's great while you're not falling, and then when you start falling in slow motion and can't get anywhere, then but then you can shift. But then you can shift. You can use the touchpad. So what I'm showing here is a special attack. It's like a vortex that you kind of call in tons of stuff, and you can only do that with lunar powers. But at any stage, so this is now I'm on Jupiter power. So lunar, I'm lighter and the gravity is less. Jupiter, I'm heavier. I'm not as maneuverable, but as you can see there, I can cause enormous levels of damage. So if there's like environmental obstacles I need to get through like this, sometimes I can just walk into them, or sometimes this is now my charged up kind of power kick, and that will send, once I land, it sends a shockwave which destroys enemies. It makes mining for these gems so much easier. That would have taken ages before. So you can kind of, you can tell. Video game grammar will give most people who've played games before a sense of what these powers are doing. You've got normal, which you'd be used to if you played the first game. You have then lunar, which makes you lighter, makes you quicker to attack faster enemies. And then you have Jupiter, which makes you heavier, which means you can take out. Basically, at this stage, I was able to take out kind of beginner level bad guys really easily.
Yeah.
And what I wanted to show here was you can combine. Normally, I can stasis field. I can stasis throw 3 things. Here, if you just hold down circle, it combines them into one massive thing.
Yeah, that was cool.
And then you smash stuff right up. Right, number 4, Dave.
Okay.
Online capabilities.
Ooh.
So, as you saw earlier on, you might have caught when I was doing the newspaper challenge, you can set times and then you can leave those times for other people. This is a time attack. So a guy who was also had the game early like me he'd obviously done this challenge and then set my time. So you can see his ghost there that he's kind of running around, and this is how it's like destroy as many of these things as many of these Nevi as you can before the time runs out. So right. It's, if I went back now with my Jupiter power, this would be a lot quicker, for instance. But then you can kind of post a time at the end and compare yourself to other people.
It's quite cool that you get to see his ghost as well. I like it,
He went off in a completely different direction to me.
That's interesting,
I know, yeah. But I should have followed him and seen what his strategy was.
Did he do better than you?
He did do better than me.
Damn.
But then I hadn't been playing for that long at this point.
Sure, man, whatever.
So look, and I came across these guys. Again, my Jupiter power. I'd have no trouble. These guys would be nothing. They'd be dust in seconds.
Yeah,
but
sure, I believe you.
I was bouncing off their casing. I don't know what I was doing here, trying to hit his hand, I think. I was just on the ground with doing my normal attacks. No one should ever use normal attacks. And then one of the other things that you can do, as well as kind of doing these specific either combat or maneuverability challenges, there are also races. And one of the other things you can do are treasure hunts.
Okay.
And sometimes you'll be just flying around the world, and you'll get like a little ping that says, hey, there's treasure around here, and treasure is online for a certain amount of time. And if someone else has already done it, they can leave you a picture, like you can see in the bottom right-hand corner. And it's kind of a bit like, you know, the Riddler puzzles in Batman, in terms of you're trying to find that location and you're trying to line it all up.
Yeah, like one of those question marks.
And you're trying to understand in your head where that might be. So actually, this one took me ages. And then what's inside are talismans or gems. Talismans you can use to kind of... they're specific combat or maneuverability power-ups that you can equip in different slots.
Okay.
I haven't put any of the rest of that, you know, in here into this video, but yeah, it kind of works in the way that you might expect it to. And this is just another example of, so that you can see the timer there. It just shows you how long is kind of left before this treasure disappears.
So has someone left you, or not you specifically, but they've left that image as a clue? They've put it online. They found the treasure. They've put a picture online, and then you're supposed to use that as a clue to match it up and find the treasure yourself.
And then you can take a picture,
right?
And then that can be posted. And then I'm not exactly sure what makes it so that someone gets your picture instead of someone else's.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the next person to do that treasure hunt. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But if someone successfully uses your picture, so if your picture is good, then you get another award. And one of the rewards I got was a gesture, and that leads me on to point number 5, Dave, which is my camera.
Wow.
Yeah, this is a feature of the game where you can kind of... this is the tripod mode. You can make it in first-person mode. And again, these are things which can be shared online. Or you can collect effects. You know, like anyone who's ever used social media will understand how kind of video effects work. The only one you start with is retro. But then, you can kind of... because the world is so amazing, you could get heavily into this, I think.
What's going on here? You're spawning...
These are items. You can also get items. I got an item from someone doing one of my other treasure hunts, or successfully, you know, using my photo. I just wanted to see... I had 5. I just wanted to see what they were. They were a toilet, a barrel, a table, a plant, and a box.
Wow. I don't even know why I like this so much, but that's really cool.
Imagine what you could make with
5 toilets, obviously. That's all I do.
Well, that's what you can make with those things. And the thing about this is what I was kind of saying. The world is so nice. You may end up just flying to places just so you can get out the tripod. Let's not think about where the tripod is standing on in this bit of video.
Yeah, not worried about
gravity in this game doesn't exist. That's fine.
But it's not even that it's so nice. It's that, as you said earlier, I guess, because of your gravity powers, the world is no longer up and down. You know, you can make up to the left. Suddenly, I guess every view has 4 or 3 other views. I can't even work it out.
In terms of composing a picture,
help me out here. Yeah, you can be on the bottom of buildings or of islands. You can be on the side of them. Like, that's a whole new kind of look.
Exactly. And those are the 5 things that currently I love about Gravity Rush 2. Thank you, Dave, for sitting here while I talk to you about those things.
It was easy.
Thank you guys for watching. Gravity Rush 2 is out on the 20th of January in the UK. I've really enjoyed it. Let us know in the comments what you think about the game. Do like this video if it told you something you didn't know, or if you just want to help the channel. Do subscribe. We've got loads more coming up on PlayStation Access.